Just when you thought the MCU couldn't get any crazier, Avengers Doomsday slams into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, proving that things indeed could go wilder. And well, fans are spiraling and throwing wild theories. And trust me, there's a lot to digest here. From the drop rate to juicy plot twists, who's who is making a comeback. A peek at who's stepping up as the next big bad and even the drama behind the closed door. Whoa, there's just a lot to unpack. Well, Avengers has that effect on you, and rightly so. The drama is spilling over both on screen and off, with whispers of surprise characters, mind-blowing cameo, and nail-biting action. The excitement is real. Whether you're all about the heroes, rooting for the villains, or just here for the chaos, let's dig into the freshest and meatiest theories and piece them together to see what to really expect from Avengers Doomsday. So, grab your Hulkbuster-sized bowl of popcorn and sit back, because if the Avengers have taught us anything, it's that it is never calm before the storm. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Your calendars. Anticipated arrival. Avengers 5 just dropped some juicy deets. A new title, a couple of fresh directors, and a villain confirmed to stir the pot. But what's got MCU fans all abuzz is the mystery of who's playing the villain. At the Marvel Comic-Con, it was confirmed that Anthony and Joe Russo were back in the director's chair, well known for their work on Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. They have already given us so much in terms of the dynamo that I am kinda relieved Avengers Doomsday is in the right hands. It's like they have a magic formula for making us cheer and cry at the same time. They took over the reins after Destin Daniel Cretton bowed out in November 2023. The Russo brothers' return is a monumental event for the MCU, no kidding. It also looks like Michael Waldron is joining the Russos and is about to juggle more than just Avengers Secret Wars, as he takes over the screenwriting duties for this film after Jeff Loveness's departure. Returning to lend a hand with scriptwriting is Stephen McFeely, the mastermind behind all those blockbuster Marvel hits with the Russos, who is back to work his magic on this one too. Oh, and the title? Well, let's just say it's a real conversation starter, isn't it? Avengers 5 and the Kang Dynasty are things of the past. We have got a new title, and it's Avengers Doomsday. Sounds much cooler than the previous titles Marvel came up with. While it was supposed to be a May 2025 release, it's now set to be released on May 1st, 2026, just in time to join the MCU's Phase 6. Well, there's a lot to be excited about, especially with the Russos once again on the director's seats, and all the buzz about this mysterious villain who might just give Thanos a run for his money as the ultimate villain our superheroes came across. Well, let's not go there. That's still a sore topic for me. I mean, come on. We lost our Iron Man and Scarlet Witch.
And just who are you?
Oh, I've been dubbed many names.
Plot unfolds. What lies ahead? The next Avengers film was supposed to center on Jonathan Majors' alternate Kang the Conqueror after he was introduced in the 2021 TV series Loki as He Who Remains. When Kang made his screen debut in 2023's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, it looked like he was ready to claim the title of the next big bad breaking out in the MCU. In the quantum realm, we witnessed Kang's attempt to break free into the real world, but was crushed to death by giant ants. But the credits rolled, and we saw a council of Kang, headed by Immortus, summoning all the Kangs from every nook and cranny of the multiverse. Many assumed this was the intended arc of the movie all along, but then Majors was convicted of assault and harassment in December 2023. Marvel let him loose and removed Kang from their plan. With Jonathan Majors out of the picture, and with the confirmation of Doctor Doom filling in Kang's shoes as the antagonist, Avengers 5 appeared to be heading in a totally different direction. With the Kang Dynasty totally scrapped, everything has been rewritten, and the plot is still a mystery, which means there's plenty to speculate. One cheeky clue might just be hiding in the comic. In 2011's Ultimate Comics Doomsday, the Fantastic Four and other heroes banded together to thwart a villain's plan to destroy the timeline. Turns out, the villain was in fact a little too familiar. Not only will this film set up Secret Wars in some way, but it will also be the first since Avengers Endgame to bring the whole superhero squad together. Then what exactly is Doctor Doom's objective? What treasures of might will he hunt down? And how much chaos will he let loose? How much mayhem is too much mayhem for him? Looks like Marvel is borrowing a page from the 2015 Secret Wars playbook. Comic book. Doom, with a little assistance from Molecule Man, harnesses the powers of the Beyonders and reconstructs a battle world, cobbled together from bits and pieces of every alternate reality in the Marvel Universe. In the comics, the Beyonders created the multiverse and assigned a Molecule Man to each universe, who is completely similar in all universes. If a universe's Molecule Man perishes, the universe as a whole will end. Doom may seek to take the power of a godlike being, like the Beyonder, in order to mold the entire multiverse to his liking and become God Emperor Doom. In this corner of the Marvel Universe, the characters have taken a knee to their God Emperor, Doom. Well, Doom might just pull off what Cassandra Nova couldn't, obliterate everything and transform the Void into his own delightfully warped kingdom. This would make Thanos' snap seem like a little hiccup and pave the way for the monumental clash in Avengers Secret Wars. However, the concept of Molecule Man has not been introduced in the MCU yet. Actually, there's no need for it because Marvel has something better to offer. Anchor Being. In Deadpool and Wolverine, the Molecule Man has been replaced by Anchor Being, who more or less serve the same purpose. Basically, Anchor Being is essentially a character so important to their universe that it starts to die when they do. Potato. Thus, Doom may still try to become God Emperor by reshaping the multiverse. However, this time, the Anchor Beings may stand in his way. We see the Doctor Doom hunting down Anchor Beings across several timelines. However, one might wonder how he figured out which universe has which Anchor Being. In this case, Time Variance Authority. Yes, those multiverse cops we met in the Loki TV series come in handy. Probably, the Time Variance Authority might enlist Dr. Doom on a mission, just like Paradox did with Deadpool, and he might discover the Anchor Being, the delicate connectors that keep entire timelines together through this. Doom realizes he can destroy entire universes by eliminating a small number of powerful individuals. He begins to hatch a plot. His endgame might be to destroy the Anchor Being, stir up some chaos, and reassemble the universe, just like he likes it. In the comics, Doom gains strength by absorbing the energies of the molecule many kill, and by the time the multiverse collapses, he is unstoppable. If the movie follows suit of the comic, when the universe begins to crumble in the MCU, he will require some serious power surge. But since Molecule Man hasn't been introduced yet, Loki would be a more appropriate choice for the part. RDJ's Dr. Doom may meet Loki, who is now a master of time in the multiverse, at the end of the world. In Disney Plus's Loki, we saw a variant of Loki go from God of Mischief to the Guardian of Realities. Given Loki's vast power, Doom could steal the said power from Loki in order to dismantle the multiverse and mold it according to his will. When it comes to Avengers Doomsday, the Avengers might come out on the losing end, but rehashing Infinity War's loss might not make sense. Well, it's all just speculations and theories to chew on until we know something solid about Avengers Doomsday, because it allows for so many cameos. The Anchor Beings and Loki's angle is much more interesting than Molecule, in my opinion. But one thing's for sure, no matter where RDJ's Dr. Doom goes, he may be eliminating heroes. Who's who? The star-studded lineup. In June 2024, words on the streets were that Avengers 5 might have a cast of over 60 characters, including almost every big name that can come to your mind. This enormous cast could be just what the next Avengers picture needs to match Avengers Endgame. It was certainly a shocker when it was confirmed that Robert Downey Jr. will be returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but not as Iron Man. At the Comic-Con this year, Downey Jr. made a surprising entrance, wearing a green suit and face mask, officially confirming that he is donning a brand new personality of Dr. Victor Von Doom, a Latvian scientist, politician, and sorcerer. His Instagram post, with him gazing at Doom's mask, has fans going crazy over this major twist. Last spotted in Avengers Endgame and riding high on his Oscar win for Oppenheimer, the reappearance of Robert Downey Jr. has the rumor mill churning. Fans are speculating about the possibility of Doom being a variant of Tony Stark, which would explain their striking resemblance if you haven't noticed. Intriguing, right? Assuming Marvel does not intend to keep him in a mask for the whole film, because they could get anyone to play Doom, and why even bother casting him? Yet there's more. According to confirmation made at Comic-Con, the Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four will be seen in Avengers 5 and 6. The latest Fantastic Four squad includes Ebon Moss-Baccarat as Ben Grimm, the Thing, Joe Quinn as Johnny Storm, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, Joe Quinn as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, and Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. From the Thunderbolt, Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, Yelena Belova played by Florence Pugh, Hannah John Common as Go, Wyatt Russell as U.S. Agent David Harbour as Red Guardian, Olga Kurylenko as Taskmaster, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, and a whole lot more ready to tackle whatever chaos comes their way. Beyond that, Brie Larson's return as Captain Marvel is much expected, with the original Avengers team mostly MIA, Iron Man, and Scarlet Witch no longer in the equation. Captain with America's retirement, Thor's departure with the Guardian. It appears that Larson's Captain Marvel could assume the role of a new leader. If she goes for it, she'll definitely need a brand new crew by her side. Thor, played by Chris Hemsworth, may return. Captain America, played by Anthony Mackie, may also assume leadership. Well, we can only speculate. Marvel's big guns like Doctor Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, Valkyrie, played by Tessa Thompson, War Machine, played by Terrence Howard, Tom Holland as Spider-Man, and the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe characters are still present, ready to jump into the fray. Peter Parker looked up to Tony Stark as a mentor in his early MCU days. After Stark's heartbreaking death in Avengers Endgame, it would be a real gut punch for Peter to go toe-to-toe with someone who looks like his mentor. More than a mentor, a father. Imagine Peter facing a wicked doppelganger of his old mentor. It would be like watching Luke Skywalker fight Darth Vader all over again. The grapevine is also rife with rumor that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, who played Deadpool and Wolverine, respectively, might just make a surprise cameo. Given that the plot of Loki Season 2 is intimately related to the multiverse plot, Tom Hiddleston's Loki may also make an appearance. In the meantime, the Young Avengers team has been quietly getting ready to face the tune as well, with characters like India Rose, Hemsworth's love, who is Thor's daughter, Iman Vellani, who plays Kamala Khan / Miss Marvel, Kate Bishop, played by Haley Steinfeld, America Chavez, and a few more already revealed. It is to be expected that they will join the seasoned pros in their struggle against Doom. Moon Knight, played by Oscar Isaac, and Namor, played by Tenoch Huerta, are also strong candidates to return. Not just the stars, we may also get to meet some of the MCU's supporting cast. Katie Chen as Aquafina from Shang-Chi is a distinct possibility, and we might even see Tim Roth as Emil Blonsky and Danny Ramirez as the new Falcon character. You can bet your bottom dollar that Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury is to return, and Harrison Ford, who plays President Ross, may also appear. The Wakandan Squad, which includes Winston Duke as M'Baku, Denai Guerrero, who played Okoye, Lupita Nyong'o as Nakia, and Dominic Thorne as Ironheart, could perhaps make an appearance. With a wide range of characters and storylines on the table, the future is undoubtedly coming along to be a star-studded affair, possibly laying the groundwork for an even grander clash in Secret War. Balancing forces and their portrayal. While Robert Downey Jr. is making a comeback in the MCU, don't get your hopes up. It's not as Iron Man, but instead as Victor Von Doom. Yes, you heard it right. His transformation from Tony Stark into Victor Von Doom, one of Marvel's most famous villains, is a drastic change from the beloved hero we all know and love. The Russo brothers have made it abundantly clear that he is not another variant of Tony Stark or Iron Man, breaking many hearts, including mine. Downey Jr. himself has confirmed that he is embracing Doom in all his villainous glory, and that his portrayal of Dr. Doom would not be connected to Stark, putting an end to any expectations of witnessing a twisted version of his previous character. Sorry people, no twisted nostalgia here. But hey, the idea that Doom could come from an alternate universe opens up a lot of possibilities. This version of Dr. Doom might just channel some of Tony Stark's characteristics, particularly in terms of technology. We can assume that Doom's tech might be a different version of Iron Man's armor, maybe a suit that fuses high-tech wizardry with a sprinkle of magic, turning him into a real menace. The upcoming Dr. Doom will be a multi-layered figure who stays loyal to his comic book origin while blending in with the MCU. This version of Doom will give him depth beyond cardboard cutout villains. He'll be Reed Richards' biggest frenemy, a knowledge-obsessed genius, calculative, but surprisingly concerned about the world. A familiar name pops up when you hear those traits, doesn't it? Well, he will be similar to Tony Stark in many respects, but this time, driven with dark motivations and even darker ways to achieve those. It's no secret that the controversy surrounding Jonathan Majors and the mixed reviews for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania have caused Marvel Studios to reconsider its intentions for the multiverse saga. With Kang the Conqueror now out of the equation altogether, Dr. Doom as a villain has the potential to radically alter the MCU. Doom seems an obvious choice because he is as powerful and intelligent as Doctor Strange. So how's Marvel planning to introduce such a legendary character? Just like the character of Thanos was teased in 2012's The Avengers before he made his big appearance in Infinity War, which released in 2018. Marvel is expected to follow in Thanos' footsteps and tease us with a sneak peek ahead of time. One such theory is that RDJ's Doom might make his anticipated debut in Fantastic Four: First Steps. Victor Von Doom and Reed Richards have a long and complicated relationship. The two are competitors in college, and their stories are intertwined. However, Doom might not be the main antagonist in Fantastic Four: First Step. Instead, Galactus is set to do the honor. Don't worry, we will most certainly catch our first glimpse of Doom, preparing for greater confusion in the future. So what's the deal with Dr. Doom and his actions that justify his name? For years, he has yearned to become a god, and this has been a constant part of his character. Well, the dude calls himself God Emperor of Doom. What more can you expect? And this remains the driving force behind his actions. Doom has always been the second best to Reed Richards for aging, with his insatiable desire for power and to be the greatest. He plans to transform the world and establish himself as its king. And if Doom wants to be the greatest, he has to build a new planet where he can finally wear the crown. This insatiable craving for supreme power is what will turn him into a menace we all are waiting to witness. Behind the scenes, production hurdles. holdups and setbacks. What's causing delays? The MCU is not immune to strikes and stalled negotiations that have affected Hollywood hard. Due to this, Marvel postponed the release of many new titles for Phase 6 and a large chunk of its Phase 5 lineup. With the postponement of Avengers the Kang Dynasty from its initial May 2, 2025 release date to May 1, 2026, we saw the longest gap between Avengers films in MCU history. With Hollywood strikes causing delays, Marvel Studios had the time to reevaluate their strategy following several high-profile blunders. On July 22, 2022, Marvel filed 5 new trademarks, one of which is Avengers the Kang Dynasty. The day after, at San Diego Comic-Con, Kevin Feige, the boss man of Marvel, dropped the news that the movie was officially in the works and set a release date for May 2, 2025. A few days later, it was revealed that Destin Daniel Cretton would be directing, with Jeff Loveness joining the crew as a writer. Unfortunately, plans were altered. The film was rescheduled to May 1, 2026 from June 20, 2023. And just like that, everything began to change. In November 2023, Cretton walked off to focus on Shang-Chi 2, and Michael Waldron was recruited to rework the script and replace Loveness. However, on December 18, 2023, word got out that Disney decided to part ways with Jonathan Majors, who played Kang, following a guilty verdict in an assault and harassment case. This meant that the future of the Kang Dynasty was in jeopardy. Ouch. On that very day, Marvel decided to rebrand and call the film Avengers 5 instead of the Kang Dynasty. Come February 2024, the buzz was that the Kang Dynasty was officially dropped, and Kang's role would be drastically reduced or eliminated. The Kang Dynasty was officially scrapped in July 2024 by Marvel, who then revealed Avengers Doomsday as the new 5th installment. Amidst all this, the chatter about Robert Downey Jr. joining the Avengers once again has certainly sparked fresh excitement for the project. But fans are still arguing about whether the casting choice is appropriate. But anything to see RDJ and Avengers once again, man, with all the unexpected developments. Avengers Doomsday is back on track, and the expectations from it are huge. I mean huge. Production on Avengers Doomsday is set to begin in the spring of 2025, according to director Joe Russo, who confirmed the start date but kept the juicy details under wraps. At New York Comic-Con, it's about time we get another Avengers film, since Endgame in 2019, and Marvel is clearly committed to bringing back Earth's mightiest heroes, all under one roof. The movie is set to release on May 1st, 2026, and since most superhero films usually begin production a year ahead, this timeline is right on the money. Unless something goes hilariously off script. With filming scheduled to begin in early 2025, you can probably look forward to some juicy casting and story tidbits dropping before the year wraps up. Marvelous verdict. Avengers Doomsday sure is shaping up to be quite the fun ride, and we expect no less. With whispers buzzing all around, it's clear that MCU isn't holding back. This movie could finally break open the multiverse in ways we've never seen and probably never fully understand, because let's face it, the multiverse is chaos. No matter what goes down, one thing's clear. Everything is on the table for Marvel this time. With the introduction of new Avengers and the comeback of beloved characters, Marvel is all in, and knowing Marvel, we might walk out of the theater cheering, confused, or questioning reality. Probably all three. We can speculate all we want, but we will still be left with more questions than answers that might just make us binge race every MCU film for Easter egg we overlooked. Also, there's more than just Avengers Doomsday in development. Next up, we've got Avengers Secret Wars, which will be released a year later in May 2027. Mark your calendar. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.